Yo, what's up, guys? It is your favorite DJ. I don't know. Favorite podcaster. I don't know. Favorite person? Maybe. It's Eugene Smilez. And yes, I am back with another podcast. So usually when I do podcasts, it's something that I'm very passionate about. And it's something that I just kind of want to get off my chest. And I'm like, oh, this would be interesting. This would be a good podcast because I have not done podcasts in a very long time, and I need to do them. I need to do them. Um, well, this past Saturday, I was booked to DJ at Virgil's West Midtown here in Atlanta, Georgia, which I did during Pride. It was very successful. It was so much fun. A lot of people that didn't know I DJ or didn't get to hear me DJ got to hear me, see me, and enjoy it. So, it's the vibes, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm coming back to Virgil's. I've been promoting, doing love videos and stuff, and it's Virgil's is a restaurant, so it's free. It's free. So, I get there and just like before, it was like regular restaurant people were there or whatever, but the big difference is it was on a Saturday this time. Last time I did it on a Friday, and it was Pride weekend last time, so it was a lot busier. So this was a regular weekend that had regular Atlanta activities going on and stuff like that. So I'm DJing, getting the vibes, and I also was not feeling well. I was in San Francisco turning up, partying, cotton and bopping, and the time change and just being around all those people, and then the weather changing, and then there's a chemical explosion outside of Atlanta blowing chemicals in the air. It's a lot going on. So my body was toe down, and I wasn't getting any sleep. And I really haven't been eating, but the body is snatched. I'm at a 195 right now. Looking real good on Sunday when I went to Shaka Khan. But, anyways, uh, I just wasn't feeling good. And when I start DJing, I automatically start sweating because I'm in there. I'm bopping. I'm doing all that. And as time is going, I'm like, okay, first hour, 8 o'clock. The regular people are still there eating. Some people are there drinking and stuff like that. I'm like, people are going to come in. One of my homeboys who is the person that it works on Saturday to like the promotional person or whatever. He came in. He was, doing, being supportive, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Make sure I was good. So time is going. And then, of course, my partner is there. He's there. Time is going. My friend Steven shows up. Shout out to Steven. He always there to support all the time. And I'm like, okay, people aren't coming in yet. It's 8. After 8, it's getting to 9. I'm like, all right. The regular people that were there are leaving. The staff, of course, is there. People are coming to eat. I'm just like, okay, so this seems like a night where nobody is going to show up for me. um, and my thing with the thing is with me, if I am hired to do a job, oh baby, I'm gonna do that job. If I have to do that job with just me there, I'm gonna do it regardless. It's no shame in my game. I'm not a quitter. I'm not any of that shit. I'm gonna do my motherfucking job. And I enjoy DJing. So the thing is, I DJ at home in front of my dog, and he be jumping on my leg trying to get attention from me. He don't like when I DJ. He done got to the point now where he just go and lay down until I stop. And then he be like, "Hey, you gonna pay me some attention now?" I'm like, "Oliver, relax. I'm trying to get some money. Take care of your ass. All right." But anyway, I was like, okay, this seems like a night where no one is coming for me. There were a couple people that popped up and surprised me last time I was there that I didn't expect, and I was very happy to see them. But there was nobody there. Like nobody besides the regular restaurant people. Another guy that I know, he did come in and look around, and he hugged me and then he left. Thanks for showing up, but you didn't stay, so you might as well just not have came. No shade, but shade. Shade is true, and it's fine. It ain't no animosity to it because anytime there is any type of opportunity where I'm able to DJ in front of people that I don't know, which were these restaurant attendees who are coming to get something to eat on a Saturday night, it's an opportunity that I'm going to take. How did I feel about nobody showing up? I was a little disappointed because I did expect certain people to show up because I had posted a flyer the previous week and I was like, hey, come see this DJ. People were thinking I was DJing. I wasn't DJing. Um, and people were like, oh, I'm coming. And they were like, I was like, hey, I'm not going to be there. I'll be there next week. I'll be there next week. They're like, okay, I'm going to be there. They didn't show up. Not even them showed up. So I would DJ to pretty much an empty room, which I'm gonna post this picture on my socials of this of the room. It's an angle where you can see the big mirror on the wall and you'll see these empty tables and you see me DJing. And I love the picture one because a lot of times you try to get people audio pictures and you're like, this would have been a great picture had this person not been there. But guess what? Weren't nobody in the picture. So perfectly, it's just me. And it is motivation for me. I don't get upset. This is not a podcast where I'm going to be like, nobody showed up. I don't have any friends. Da, da, da. This isn't anything like that. Now, it's a thing of you have to build your empire. And one of the things that I have learned since I started DJing a year ago, it's been a year since I've got my equipment, is that I have to create my own path. I can't rely on friends or people in my friend group or family or social media. I can't rely on people to push me, promote me, to make me be the biggest and best and most well-known DJ that I want to ever be. I can't do that. I have to create my own path and I have to figure out what is going to separate me from the rest of the DJs, even in just Atlanta. Because nowadays, everybody wants to be a DJ. And it sucks because it's like you say you're a DJ and they're like, oh, you're a DJ too. Oh, and it's just like, well, bitch, I'm a real DJ. Okay. Not only do I actually have gigs that I'm getting paid for, I'm actually good. I mean, bitches be bumping. Like when I be playing my shit, people go in. You know what I'm saying? But it's about kind of proving yourself, but not necessarily to prove that I'm a good DJ, but prove I'm worth your time. Prove that I know what the fuck I'm doing when I turn my controller on and I put my laptop up and I hit play on that first song that you gonna already know what the fuck I'm about to do. And it is it's a challenge because I don't consider myself a people person. I have definitely grown because when I tell you I wouldn't talk to nobody, if I don't feel like talking to nobody, it's too much. I ain't gonna talk to nobody. But now I've gotten to the point where I communicate with people. I'm a little bit more outgoing. I'm just learning. Cause let me tell you something, my social media, she depletes fast. She can deplete very fast. And I'd be like, all right, I am done talking for today. I've been in this loud space for like 4 hours. I need somewhere where it's going to be quiet. Me and my dog. What's up, Oliver? I will see you when I get home. Okay. Um, I got to do that because you and some people might be like, well, where were your friends? Your friends should have been there. I'd be like, yeah, I do feel like my friends, the people that I consider my friends, should have been there. But then I also have to be like, a lot of my friends are not here. Now, one of my best friends that does live here, I was like, you didn't show up. He was like, he wasn't feeling well. He was sick, blah, blah, blah. And I understand it. I do wish she would have texted me and said, hey, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to be able to show because I do be looking like, bitch, where you at? Because you're not here. And I'm not going to text you and be like, where you at? You need to communicate that you're not going to be there. Okay, friends. Then I have people in my friend group that I like party with or hang out with on the weekends. I mean, we're not necessarily real friends like that. We look out for each other when we're out, stuff like that. But they got group chats without me. And that's fine. I don't talk to these people during the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't sit up there and say that they're like best friends or something, or look at them and say, well, you should have been there to support me. No, because we not real friends like that. And I understand that. And that's why I just be like, eh. And they not necessarily into the music that I play. So yeah. Um on that. And then a lot of my other, like my best friend does not live here, so of course he's not gonna be there. So it's like, what do you do in this situation? And what I always do is use it as motivation because, and it sucked because I had our partner brought a photographer in, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Photographer's gonna be there. I can have some photos and footage of people dancing. Again, like I said, wasn't nobody there. So I did get a couple shots. I got a video of me DJing, and stuff like that. So yeah, but I have to use it as motivation. And I want to get this picture framed of me DJing in an empty room because one day it's going to be the total opposite of that. When I decided to DJ last year, well, let's go back. I've always had a very close relationship with music. Ever since I was a child, as far as I can remember, I loved music. I loved the sounds of instruments. My first musical crush was Aaliyah. For some reason, when I watched that back and forth video, I was like, who is this girl? I love her style. I love her sound. I love her tone. I love her swag. I just loved everything about that woman from first sight. Love at first sight. The next person was Rihanna. She was my other love at first sight person, but and with Aaliyah, I got to get familiar with Missy Elliott, and Missy is just one of my favorite artists of all time, and Little Kim, and Genuine, Timbaland, the whole Super Friends crew. That's my crew. And Usher, and then get into Christina Aguilera, and then I'm ratchet, so I love all the Miami bass music and the Freaknik music. So I just love music, and I love sounds. I love to blend them all. Always have. So my first kind of, I guess my first kind of like foot into it was in band. I got in band did I get in band in middle school? I think I was in band in middle school. Yes, I was in band in middle school. I played the trombone, the brass instrument. And then when I got into high school, I transitioned into percussion, and I played the bass drum during marching band, and I played all these other drums during like non-marching band season. Then I I was drum major my junior year, first semester of my junior year. And then, I quit because we just couldn't do what we want to. And I got tired of going back and forth with the band director. So I joined the chorus, and I was in drama and I did a musical. So I've done a lot of things in music, just growing up. And I've always loved music. So once I got out of high school and I, went to college, I didn't do anything with college. My dad bought me a guitar when I was young, and I was like, oh, I want to play guitar. But I thought you just like hit the strings and you can learn how to play. I never got guitar lessons. He should have put me in guitar lessons. He was so mad. He wasted that money. But whatever. It's cool. We're here. The next part of musical journey is, I guess, when I became a stripper and I was like choreographing other strippers. Maybe that's a part of it. I love music, so I love to dance. I love to perform. I love to perform with music. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So just throughout my life, I was a dancer, and of course I was still just in love with music and going to concerts and stuff like that. Um, then I think it kind of changed for me when I became a cycle instructor. One of my homeboys had hit me up and was like, you ever thought about being a cycle instructor? And I was like, no, but I think I'm gonna do it now. And I was at work taking the courses and like learning everything. I found this website where I can get certified. And, I did everything at work over a course of a week. And then I took like my exam online and I passed. And I decided to like go to LA Fitness, and I auditioned, but I'm not going into all that. But yeah, I became a cycling instructor. So I fell in love with music more because now I am kind of dancing and performing on a bike and exercising. So that was kind of fulfilling my fantasy. Then I became a part of a reality show with a lot of other music artists and other people that are just creatives. And during the pandemic, I came across a lot of extra money while I was still, while all that was going on. And I said, you know what? I think I want to make an album. I want to make music because I had always rapped. It's a funny story is when I used to live in Valdosta, Georgia, I used to travel, home to Augusta to visit my parents and stuff. So I would be driving at night because I like to be in the morning. I like to be where I'm gonna be, and I would be sleepy. So I mean, even one time I was sleep driving, and I remember the car shaking, and I woke up and I was in grass on the side of the road heading towards a trailer, and had to like turn my car, swerve to get back on the street. Luckily, there was no other traffic on the road. That probably would have been a horrific accident, and I probably would not be speaking to you today. But what I would do to try to keep myself awake is rap. So I would start rapping, like freestyling. I would turn the music up real loud and just be yelling and rapping and rapping and rapping. And I was like, okay, I'm all right. I still ain't no good freestyle. I can give you a couple lines, and then my brain don't work that fast. I can write a song. So I was like, I think I'm going to work on an album. And I started working on the album, and I bought all this equipment, my laptop, the recording equipment, all of that. Taught myself how to use all the software, did a lot of research and everything, taught myself how to use the software. And then I started to record music. I started making beats and all of that. So then, getting into that bag, I was like, oh, I already love to make music videos and all that stuff. So I enjoyed it. And I had a good run. I did performances and all this other kind of stuff. So I still was not, I guess, fully fulfilled in the music realm. So when I started hanging out with the set of friends that I'm with now, we do have like a DJ in the mix there. And it was some other DJs that I was meeting. And I just kind of was getting interested in DJing. And I started to like look up equipment and looking up all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. And one thing about me, anything I say I want to do that I'm going to do, I do. I said I wanted to be a cycle instructor. I got it done. I said I wanted to be a DJ. I got it done. I said I wanted to be an event planner back in the day. And I was planning events. Like anything I say I'm going to do, I just go ahead and do it. Like nothing's going to stop me from doing it. And I got my equipment October 2023 and started to play with it. And I had already been researching on how to do things, how buttons work and stuff like that. And I said my goal for the first year of me DJing is to at least book an event or a party. And I actually booked my first party in December. Horrible experience. What is my first party? My first time DJing in front of people. I forgot chords. I forgot stuff. And we were like 30 minutes from the house. So I had to kind of like just play music. And the people there, I'm thinking it's a birthday party. I'm thinking they come here to dance. Because if I go to a party, I'm going, to dance. I want to dance. And these people were not dancing. Like after I got my cord and got everything hooked up, the people were not dancing. They were not moving for real. It was like one person maybe bouncing. Just even the vibe of these people weren't even happy. And it was a girl at the bar. She was like in her seat juking a little bit. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm DJing for you, girl. I'm DJing for you. It's me and you in here. And I did kind of feel away because I'm just like, okay, do I suck or what's going on? And I remember playing and just stuff just not being as smooth as I wanted. I was nervous. I was a little frazzled because I forgot stuff, and it was just like, let's just get this over with. Because again, I do not quit. If I'm hired to do a job, I'm gonna finish the job out, even if it's going horrible, if it's going bad, if I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna finish the job out, and you gonna pay me because I don't want it to be no shit like, oh, you quit, so I ain't paying you, no, nigga. You gonna pay me, okay? Give my money. Anyway, so that was my first gig, and I have done so many more since then. I have done clubs and parties, and people are like, oh, you're good, da 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 da. And I also said, I'm going to do my mixes for all of my classes. So I also do it for my cycle classes, and people always go up for my cycle classes. So I know I'm like good, right? And one of the things, again, what I mentioned is you have to create your own path to success. So anytime there was an opportunity to DJ, I did. I DJ'd a day party and it was going very well until the internet was fucking up because I was outside and it fucked the mood up. And I was like, okay, lesson learned. Let me go get me a little portable internet router thing so that if I'm out in the desert, bitch, I can get some internet and I can DJ. I just need a plug, okay? So I did that. I've upgraded my equipment. I bought like speakers, speaker stands. I bought a DJ booth that I now travel with. I have all the cords I could ever want and need. Okay. Every single cord that I could possibly want. I have. I bought microphones. Like I've upgraded all of my equipment. And so my homeboy Terrence, he was having a housewarming, and I said, you know what, bitch, create your own opportunities. I hit him up. I said, hey, do you have a DJ? He said, no. I said, cool. Let me, can I DJ at your party? Because my thing is, I knew that there were going to be a lot of people there, and I need to get my ass in front of as many people as possible if I want to be a fucking real ass DJ, right? People need to know that I DJ because people that follow me, they don't pay attention to what you post. I be posting fucking mixes and pictures. They don't pay attention to what you post. Because some of the people that I know are seeing, they're like, oh, I didn't know you DJ. And I'm like, yeah. So we're going to, and by this time I have done a few different events or clubs, parties. So I'm going to I packed all my stuff up. I usually pack my stuff up and everything. So we're heading there, pack the car up. I get there and I am unloading the car and I am like, I left my whole ass controller. If you don't know what a controller is, it's basically the turntables. I left it at home. I packed it up. It was at the door. The bitch is just at home. How am I going to DJ with speakers, DJ's booth, laptop, and no fucking controller? I was so annoyed with myself. So annoyed. And it's just like, okay, I just have to do better. So Sam went back to go get it. I just kind of chilled. I was just annoyed, irritated, and I was just like, just standing there. Because now people have seen me set up the DJ booth, and they have seen me, I said I'm the DJ, and they're like, are you the DJ? Like, when you going to start? Like, what you doing? I'm like, it's coming. I'm waiting on something. I wasn't going to tell them that I was waiting on my controller. You need to mind your business. I'm the DJ, and I'm going to start when I start, okay? Shut up. So when my controller got there and I finally got started, I mean, it was amazing. I didn't know all of the black gays of Atlanta were going to be at his house. Pretty much everybody. But I was DJing and I was doing it. I was having a good time and people were dancing and they were enjoying the vibes. And I even had someone who I kind of know in passing and from social media that was like, oh, I didn't know you DJ. You're really good. I'm probably going to have you DJ for my Christmas party. Fast forward to now, that man has booked, he has told his friend about me. His friend has booked me for his Halloween party, which I'm doing, and he still booked me for his Christmas party. Baby, we up. So it's kind of one of those things where, everybody doesn't have no, I'm sorry. Let's rewind that. Blah, 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 blah. It's one of those things where everybody has bad days. I don't have bad days. I don't do that. But everybody every song Beyonce released was not a number one hit. Shit, every song Rihanna released with her 14 number ones is not a number one hit. Every album is not going to debut number one. Every album is not going to sell 5, 6, 7 million. Everything you do is not going to be this overwhelming, huge success all the time. Every movie's not going to break box office numbers. Every time you go on a trip, it might not be the amazing trip that you want. It might just be okay, And that's how I looked at it when I was at Virgil's and I was basically DJing for the staff. and a couple of people at the bar. I didn't feel embarrassed because there's nothing to be embarrassed about. My job is to DJ, and baby, I'm going to sit here and I'm a DJ. I felt a little disappointed because I was expecting certain people to come, but they didn't. And you know what? It is what it is. Some people might have not felt well. Some people might not have just wanted to come. Some people probably don't give a fuck about me. So they were like, I'm not going. Why would I go there? Who knows what it is, but it shows that if I'm going to continue to do this, I have to find ways to promote myself, and I have to find ways to show value in myself, because I know that I'm a good DJ. My friends or the people that have booked me or whoever know that I'm a good DJ. They know I know what I'm doing. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to pump the beats and I'm going to transition well and I'm going to have you, shaking. But, everybody might not be wanting to go and support you all the time, or they might not value you, or whatever the case is. So you just have to work on promotion. You have to work on putting yourself out there. And I've done extraordinary work in a year. I have done 14 events right now, and I have 3 more booked. I'm DJing at the polls for election day. And I have my Christmas party and a Halloween party I just told you about. And I'll possibly have another one that I'm working on right now. So it's like, you know what? Take this as a stumble. I didn't fall. I stumbled. Get up straight and keep it moving. And I got up the next morning motivated by it, because anytime something like this motivates me, and a lot of times with situations like this, people try to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll try to make you look bad. And it's like, baby, I can never look bad. You know who the fuck I am? Hello? When Beyonce released 4 and it didn't get these rave reviews and it didn't have the big hit songs, baby, Beyonce was still Beyonce. When Rihanna released Anti after it leaked and she only sold, 460 albums in those couple of hours that were left in the tracking week, and people were trying to drag her and say, oh, her album didn't sell, this, that, and the third. And then that album ended up being the longest charting album by a Black woman in the history of Billboard. You know what I'm saying? I just said, nobody showed up for me today, but I showed up for me, and I'm going to always continue to show up for me, and everybody else will just have to catch up. Because at the end of the day, you put your hearts and your soul into the passions and the things that you love, and you know that you're good. You know you're good because you just get into a zone. I get into a zone when I DJ, and it's just, I feel like I'm a whole different person. I feel like I am in the clouds. I get to sweating, I'm dancing, I'm jamming. The music is bumping through my soul, through my spirit. I know I am a beast when it comes to DJing. Y'all just need to catch up. And that's what it is. And I'm going to continue to show who I am when I get in that booth, when I get behind them turntables, behind that control. I'm going to continue to show who I am, and everybody's going to catch up. And they're going to go back and catch up on all the stuff that I already released. And they're going to be like, wow, I didn't know you were so good. I didn't know that you put on a show when you're DJ. I didn't know that this is what you do. I'm going to book you. And that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to continue to do me, because that one time of DJing in an empty room is not going to stop me, because before that, I have DJed many parties, and after that, I'm going to DJ more parties, and I'm going to continue to grow. And my goal next is to be at somebody's Pride, DC Pride, Miami Pride, Atlanta Pride, LA Pride, Chicago. Somebody's going to book me. I'm going to be at somebody's Pride, DJing parties, rocking the house, spreading my name out there. And then after that, I'm going to be at somebody's festivals. Eugene Smilez, the DJ, Eugene Smilez, is going to be at somebody's festivals. That's my goal, and I'm not going to stop. The only thing that's going to stop me from getting that goal is death, and she taking everybody out. But baby, you going to have to fight to take me, because Eugene Smilez is going to keep it moving, keep it going. The DJ, Eugene the DJ. I like that name. Smilez the DJ, Eugene Smilez the DJ. I didn't really like to put DJ in my name, but whatever it is. But you guys like, share, subscribe follow your boy, SoundCloud, YouTube. I have my mixes on there, my podcast to be up on YouTube. And support me. Book me. What Nene said? Support me, bitch. Support me. Talk to you soon. See ya. Ow!